Hi, we are going to do a review of adjectives and adverbs, and this is a topic that I believe is important because a lot of people make mistakes with them. Even smart, important public people make mistakes, and sometimes they put these mistakes on big signs, and it's expensive. But I want you to be familiar with the purpose of an adjective and the purpose of an adverb so that you don't mix them up. I want to do a real quick review on that before you get to the practice activities and the no red ink. So first of all, what is an adjective? Adjectives are words that describe nouns, which would be a person, place, thing, or idea, or the pronoun. They specify size, appearance, number, etc. The adjective can go before or after the noun or pronoun. Some examples of adjectives are happy, sad, little, big, bitter, sour, soft, few, salty, sweet, quiet, loud. So if I say a happy puppy, puppy is the noun, and the happy is what describes the puppy. So if an adjective describes a noun, happy is describing the puppy. Another example, candy. Candy is the noun. What kind of candy? Sour candy. So sour is the adjective that is describing this noun. The other term is an adverb. So I always think, an adverb is the word that describes the verb. So they are words that describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They answer the questions how, when, where, why, or to what extent. A lot of times adverbs are going to end in the letters ly. Not always, but a lot of times. That doesn't mean that every word that ends in ly is an adverb, but you're going to see that very, very often. So some of those examples are quickly, lazily, clumsily, like how do you do things? Sometimes you have adverbs of time, now, tomorrow, or next year, or a place, here, first, or there. So the ones that people make mistakes with are ran clumsily. So the verb, remember, is an action. How did they run? Clumsily. Clumsily is the adverb because it's telling how that verb happened. Sat, in this case, where did he or she sit? Here. So here is going to be the adverb. So what you're supposed to do here is you're going to highlight the adjective in yellow in each sentence as well as the noun that it modifies. Modifies is a big fancy grammar word that means describes. I'm going to use it because I want you to get used to it, but don't let it scare you away. It just means describes. In other words, they go together. Then you're going to highlight the adverb in green as well as the verb it modifies. Modifies means describes. So for example, Addie and Kennedy walked cautiously up to an old castle. The noun is a person, place, or thing. That's going to be the castle. What kind of castle? Old. So I'm going to highlight those two in yellow. Walked is going to be the verb. How did they walk? They walked cautiously. So we're going to highlight those two in green. Next one, Audrey proudly put the golden key in the park. Key is the noun. What kind of key? Golden key. So you're going to highlight those two yellow. She proudly put. Put is the verb with what the action. How did she put it? Proudly. So you're going to highlight those two in green. You are going to do these 5. So the baby birds flew bravely from the nest. You've got to figure out which is the noun and what kind of, what kind of noun, so what kind of castle, what kind of key. And then I've kind of given you a hint on the first few. I've underlined the nouns and I've put in boldface type the verbs. The last two are going to, I didn't underline or do the bold, so you got to figure that one out on your own. After you're done with that, I want you to go to No Red Ink, and there are 6 topics dealing with adjectives and adverbs to give you a little bit more practice. If you are learning something or you want to write some examples down, this is a document that you can write that down. It is not required, but I will tell you it is an open note quiz when we get to it, and sometimes the notes and examples are an extra bonus to have later. All right, good luck. You know where to find me if you need help.